pieces from the start. Can you see what is wrong with me? Full of errors and dependencies. Even so, I can grow. All these changes only time will show. Better now than I was before. My worst does not define me. I am more. Why work through all of my fear for another glitch to appear? Is it worth it for me to try so hard? But if I never look for the change or accept the flaws that remain, I'd still believe I was meant to fall apart. But despite the journey, could you still forgive me if I am distant or inconsistent? Shift my self-perception, find my real reflection in the mirror. If I was clearer, could you look past my errors? All my errors. Do you see all the broken pieces? Mended heart, fixed up parts. All the pieces make a work of art. Turn and see every side of me. All my errors and dependencies. I have hope and I can grow. All these changes that the light will show. Better now than I was before. My worst does not define me. I am more.
Reagan.
Right, I guess it is that time.
Hey, so ominous messages. What's happening? You're not, like, dying or anything, right? Right?
Technically speaking, I was dead. Legally speaking, for 2 minutes.
It's a long time.
It felt longer than it was.
Felt?
It's a feeling, moreover. They don't tell you about it because people don't come back. But when everything else around you starts to fade into the background, it feels a lot longer than just 2 minutes.
So, your recovery. How's it going? Did they say you can leave soon?
Soon. They didn't specify a day, but earliest would be tomorrow, which is ironic in some ways. I can maybe have the chance to spend my birthday just being able to live a normal life, partially.
Oh.
What a gift.
I didn't know it was your birthday. That's awesome. So we're going out drinking and partying, right?
I would say
No.
that's hardly the time.
Okay. Feel like it's the best time. And you're sad and it's a celebration. Living doesn't have to be like mopey. But I mean, you know, if you're not up to it, that's, you know, I get it.
pause, thank you. But to what I meant to talk to you both about. Like I said, it was a lot longer than I thought it would have been, that anyone else thought it was, and the only thing that I had was my memories. Thinking back of all the good, the bad, achievements, mistakes. And now with everything going ahead the way it is, I am unsure. Unsure of anything that I should do at this current moment.
You know, it's okay, first and foremost, to feel like that. You know, death changes people. But, are you in a position to be able to do that? To, you know, be thinking of something else? I mean, I spoke with you about that before, and, you know I spoke kind of openly about, I think you should leave and, fuck the whispers and all that. But then you became, like, whatever this other position is. Are they gonna let you leave?
Leaving is out of the question. And that wasn't even what I was... That's not what I was considering.
Oh. Fair.
It's more or less worry, then, I suppose. Not only did I almost die, I did die, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive myself for what happened on that mission.
Did you make a mistake?
I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, I'm not very in the loop with what happened, so...
Myself and a few others of the Hollow were being trained to undertake a mission to steal a corporate tank. Last second, the plans had changed, and instead of simply just attacking an auction warehouse and stealing the tank covertly, it was pushed into the front lines. We had to watch so many whisperers, tired, starving, on the brink of death, some of them even taking their own lives. The team that we were even sent with to get the train to get us closer to the warehouse had mostly given their lives, save for one. And when we finally got there, we had to, under the coercion of being under tiger disguises, had to work with Maz to get the tank off site. She had whispers in a parking lot. Brought them to the brink of insanity with starvation. And the only thing that we could do is put them down.
Heavy stuff. I think anything I'd have to say wouldn't necessarily it's hard for me personally to see anything that the Whisperers and Tigers do at any point in time as something that is necessary. I'm not a Whisperer anymore, not like you guys, so I'm really out of the loop, and I might just be kind of talking out of my ass. But we all have a choice. And when we stop pretending that we do, that is when I think your enemy wins. When you have to stoke to such a level to feel victorious or to win something. What? For a piece of ground to call your own? That place, it corrupts and hurts people. And people at the Hollow are just okay with it. They just eat it like it's the only thing that they have to eat. I just think there's so much more. But, I'm just an outsider looking in. And the more I hear about the struggles you go through and how one day Reagan can be this adventurous girl that goes to raves and parties and gets drunk and be silly and has a good time, and then the next it's emotionless, detached, hurt. And people can't live like that forever. I don't know if you've found meaning in that madness, but I think you need some meaning. I know you've got Alice, and thank God you do. But this whole thing, is it genuinely a war that you want to fight? Are you ready to die for that war? To destroy yourself in the process? To end up in a hospital bed every month? So they can feel accomplished? When eventually you'll just probably end up like some mask on that gravesite that nobody even recognizes. I bet nobody even knows who Logan was. Half of those new people, new blood, whatever you call them, they probably don't even care what half of those people on that gravesite gave, sacrificed. Just feels so empty sometimes. And I care about you too much to lie to you and to say that you should chug forward and, you know, what you did was a good thing and you did great and you succeeded and you shouldn't feel bad, but that would just be a fucking lie. But I also understand your position. You know, this is all you have. But I think I got really lucky with what I have, so. But you're more than this war. You need to remember that. That Reagan comes first. And I know that's a hell of a thing to have to balance. You have these vultures that loom over your shoulder, making sure that you work a certain way every day, and if you don't, and you fall out of line even an inch, they'll hate you for it, make you feel small, insignificant. I think you're very lucky in the position that you're in. And I'm not saying that you should manipulate anybody, but I think you should use it to your advantage. You can sit in the back line. You don't even have to lay a finger. I'm sure you can control the armies and tell people what they should be doing instead of risking yourself. I know that's messed up. And, you know, everyone should be able to live happily and not have to deal with this, but, you know, there aren't many people left that I care for that came from that place. And I know I would like to keep what memories I have left, and it not just be some mask on a grave. And I'm sure Alice can agree that we think your life is far more important. Why do you fight for this?
If you asked me prior, I would have told you that it's to protect my home. Because that's what District Zero is. But now with everything that's happened, that, and so that the same thing doesn't happen to anybody else. What those whisperers went through. All the civilians that were pushed out of their homes so that they can make way for this front line. It's not how people should live. And I'm not trying to devalue my life any less. I know others value my life. And others have brought value in my perspective. But I'm not just going to sit back.
What's the point of fighting a war and then getting to the end of it and not being able to live with yourself at the end? You think when it's all over, you're just gonna pack up bags and, feel satisfied? I think it's just excuses that you all give each other. That this war leads to, happiness, your district, but this district, it doesn't matter if the Tigers own it, or the Whisperers, or the corporations. These people that you have connections with, that you're close with, it doesn't matter what district you're in or who controls it. I think the people are what make it good. And if they're all too busy sacrificing themselves, what good is left at the end? You helped a district for a bunch of people that won't even recognize what you did at the end. I couldn't imagine fighting for as long as you have, for those many years, and not to get a lick of recognition from its people. I couldn't imagine running my theater every day and not being able to stand on my own stage and bow at the audience. That small piece of applauding and appreciation is what keeps people going. Or maybe I'm just selfish, I don't know.
It's simply two different perspectives. I don't see what I'm doing and expect recognition out of it. I know that death is a possibility in any mission that anyone is getting sent out in. And if I can be there to keep pushing back and to make sure that no one else ends up like that again, then I'm going to do it.
But did you live, Reagan? If you died in this bed, would you have felt accomplished? Like you had done everything you need to do? I feel like there's so much more to you that you haven't even discovered. I could see, like, that light come from you sometimes when you just would let go. It would just be tragic to see you die without getting, I don't know, a moment to live. I don't care if you fight this war, I don't care if you do it for your own beliefs and pride or whatever, but what I care about is you being happy at the end. Because, if you're gonna die for this selfish war, then the people around you are going to have to suffer with you. And when you do die, we have to be the ones that sit here and say, was she happy at the end? That feeling stays with people and eats them alive. I want to be selfish for you.
Thank you for your consideration. And you both have helped me have those moments where I felt like I could live. And I will be forever grateful for that. Even if I may not show it on the surface. But at the same time, again, much like you don't want me to lose that opportunity, I don't want anyone else to either. Even after the dust settles, I want people to have some respite when we push them out of our home.
Yeah, you're a better person than me, that's for sure.
Just different perspectives. I know that now more than ever,
Ugh. Ow. I don't know where I am. Why have you done this to me?
now more than ever, we need to be here. Because if we aren't looking out for each other, then we're good as dead. I only fear for what's happened since I've been gone. There was a TV broadcast about that last night when it happened.
It wasn't Cajun.
I figured as much. And Cairo?
Fine. Not even ready for that.
Thank goodness. The only information I've only been able to hear about was from Ace about what our course of action is at the end of the month. Honestly, I've been dreading looking at my phone with anything that's happened in the past month.
You know, I think it's pretty obvious that they're doing somewhat okay without you for the time being. Not to say that you're not good at your job. Just maybe you should take this time to just turn off your phone. I don't know, go out for dinner with Alice, or go watch a movie in the cinema, go drink for the days that you can. It's always going to be there. The Hollow and its people are not going to go anywhere without you, and if they really, really need you, they're going to bust through this door and be like, get up.
Thankfully, they've at least given me some time to recuperate, and some others have visited with gifts.
Reagan, I'm serious. Promise me you'll go live a little before you jump back into this. And I don't mean just sitting in a bed and, recovering. Your body is one thing, but your mind is another. The least that you can do for the people that have suffered for you on the front line, that died because of starvation, the least that you could do for them is, enjoy the life that you have, where they couldn't. I think that's fair. As much as you want to help this district's people, I think they probably would have wanted the same for you. And that's why they sacrificed themselves out there for moments like that.
I can try.
Just one day. That's all you have to do.
Sometime tomorrow, then. All three of us. Just go somewhere. Quick bite to eat. Anywhere that's not hospital cafeteria food.
What is happening at the end of the month?
If I remember correctly, we need to move all of our available forces to the front.
Well, like people from outposts, or?
The Hollow, primarily.
Wait, what? Okay. How, bad is it?
From, again, what I remember, activity was spiking, primarily through either Maz or Granger. Either way, it's not great.
And does it look like you all have a real chance at surviving?
With hope.
Oh, good.
The main concern is just strains between most of them and leadership.
Trouble in paradise?
Again, I'm not sure of the full story of how things have been the past month.
Gus was telling me that, there was a situation with Greg, and that wasn't great.
No.
He's not too happy to hear about that. I think... Don't tell him I told you. I haven't really spoken to anyone about this, and I don't really know how to. But I think Gus is changing a little bit. And I mean, everybody changes. But he's hurting. I don't think the Council of Nine are... I just don't think he belongs there. I think he struggles a lot. And I think this whole persona that he plays, I think it's become just him. I mean, I look at him and I kind of just feel like I'm looking in a mirror sometimes. And in most cases, that would be fine, but I know what it's like to get eaten up by a character instead of just living your own way. Would you guys still care for each other if you were different? Like, really different. I mean, like, almost a little alien. Or do you think you would, you know, grow distant or... I know it's a really weird question.
There's always gonna be something in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with him. He showed me his eye. He's not a human like us. I don't know what has happened to him. And you know, I told him that I'll always be there, you know, it's always gonna be him. But I don't know if I was just talking out of fear. I want to mean what I said. I'm just worried. And especially after this fight with him and Greg, I don't know, it just feels really confusing.
I haven't really known Bones for as long as either of you have, I presume. Though if you feel that there's something there, whether it's different or reminiscent, even if it's scary, you should still be there. I know some people in the Hollow would still very much be there for him.
I think it's very weirdly symbolic. And I think it kind of comes around full circle to how I feel about your situation. I don't want these people to make you into something you're not. I don't want you to fight for as long as you do, and all that's left is the demons.
Again, I appreciate the sentiment, and I will continue to live my life for as much as I can. But at this point, there's too much at stake.
Yeah. Get it?
But we'll come back.
Oh, you duh. You better. I'm not coming out there. At all. You won't catch me dead on that front. Not in a dress either. Do you imagine high heels on the front line? It just wouldn't work. I'm not willing to make that sacrifice.
Asha seems to carry himself well in that regard.
How is Asha? Are they okay?
I can't say my last encounter with him was exactly pleasant.
But Reagan, you have such a way with words.
We got into a spat while we were moving through the front lines. Looking back on it now, I could have handled it differently, but I can't say either of us were in exactly a great mindset.
Yeah, these things happen. It's okay. I'm sure he doesn't hold anything against you.
I wouldn't doubt if he would.
Maybe you should just talk to him. Avoid another one of those situations with that other guy. The fucking hyper-masculine dude that's a dick. What was his name?
You need to be more
Scorpion?
specific.
Oh. You met a lot of those?
Too much as of recently.
What was it? It's like insect guy.
Bug.
Yeah.
We've settled our disagreement since then, but things need to be ironed out.
I think Asha is a lot easier to talk to, so.
If you don't move as much as I want you to move.
Is there anything else on your mind? You might not have the luxury of this again for a while, sounds like. I mean, we'll always be there. I mean, you know, I'm just a text away, but...
I did want to apologize.
To who?
You, primarily.
Okay, why?
I know the last time that we spoke, and other times we have spoken since that day, have not exactly been stellar. And I was coming off as more cold and distant than I already do. And I should not have done that.
It's okay. I needed the time to process anyway. It's probably for the best. I think sometimes I just show up at the hollow looking for a fight. I have a bad habit of yeah, enjoying annoying your people sometimes. I probably shouldn't. But it's okay.
As of late, some of our own have just gone out of their way to constantly poke and prod at each other, so it's a lot less annoying.
Human nature. When you live under a roof for that long with that many people, you're gonna annoy each other at some point, right?
I suppose.
God knows my brother used to annoy the shit out of me. I'm not quite sure why, but I am banned from the Hollow band. I've been allowed to only come and go if Queen allows me to or instructs me to do something, which they have been giving me the luxury of doing on my request. Yeah, I have been banned. I'm not quite sure why.
Wrench took...
doesn't like you.
He took the last outing that we did as the final straw, I believe.
Hmm. He doesn't like Whisperers going to fight tigers? I guess I don't get it. Is it because I took you and you could have died?
I believe
Took
so,
you is a
yes.
strong word. Okay. Feels like a weird thing to be upset about, but I mean, if you can help me get unbanned, that would be great.
I can try to look into it, but we might not have the time.
That's fair. So, shower thought. When you two get married, how does that work?
Mm-hmm.
We like step married. Oh, dude, on the same finger?
Maybe just the same hand.
That would be cool. Okay, I get Alice on Saturdays. You can have them on Sundays.
It's sounding more like shared custody than it would be an engagement.
It is. Oh, we're engaged, all right. In combat. Marriage combat. I think I'd win. I was personally trained by a council and I member. I'm kind of like an expert now.
Technically speaking, I also was by the same member.
Oh. Oh. Okay, well. My dad's a council member. But your dad isn't. want a cat. You guys want to buy a cat?
I already have a mouth that I need to feed.
You do?
Hmm. It was
I
a...
already vicariously have a cat. It's twice the size of me.
Oh. Oh.
Mm.
Are you referring to Alice?
I was referring to the snake that I bought months before I...
You bought a snake?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Snake girls are crazy, you know that, right? That's a red flag. Sorry. I'm kidding. If at any point they're like, I'd love to sleep with my snake, you gotta get the fuck out of there.
No, he sleeps in his terrarium. He also does
Like a
not have
poisonous
very...
snake?
No, he also does not have very much cognitive function.
Oh. Was he stupid? It's like a stupid snake?
Just showing you a picture of him just dead face, like facing the camera.
Oh no, he's a little special. What a cute little guy. Where'd you get him? Did you buy him from a store?
Friend of a friend knew about the place.
Mm-mm. What if I get an eagle? That would be cool.
That's gonna be too expensive.
Okay, what about like a crow or a raven? Then whenever I like walk around, I could like land on my shoulder and it looks super cool.
Maybe, I don't think we have very big populations of animals like that. It's not really a typical pet animal.
You guys have like a whole ass tiger. I want a
really
pet.
get it.
Isn't that just kind of like it's so ironic? Or unironic? What's the you guys owning a tiger and the tiger's not having a tiger? Unless you do. I guess, yeah, you're right. I should get a polar bear.
Do you know how big those are?
Yeah. I'm thinking about like how I could use it in a performance.
It's usually better not to use animals in that way. They can be volatile under the wrong conditions.
I'm a benevolent owner. What about a penguin? Ah, dude, penguins are so cute. Everyone loves penguins. What if aquarium? There's gotta be an aquarium in District Zero, right? Still there penguins? They'd be under better care in my hands than in their hands. Yeah,
I don't
corporate penguins.
think that's how that works.
Absolutely how it works. So I'm thinking we go to like a 5-star restaurant and then we go watch a movie at a cinema or something. And then we totally go raving and get plastered. And then we go to an art museum because art museums are always more fun when you're totally drunk. And everything looks funny. Especially the statues that have their penises out. Tell me that does not sound like a fun night. I'm not even gonna know, so.
Maybe just dinner with a movie, and then the rest of the night can just be nothing special. Just being around each other.
Okay. Sounds good. Hey, we should all get tattoos together. I think that'd be really cool. Not like, names or anything. I mean, like, a little tattoo that, like, represent, like, each of us. I think it'd be cute. Just like the little reminder. I'm serious, it'd be cute.
You want a tattoo on there, so of course you think it's cute.
I got one for Asha. He's got a little purple tear.
Mm.
I will get you to get a tattoo one day. It's my life's goal. I want you to put my name on your forehead.
That's definitely not happening.
Okay. Well, back to the drawing board.
Funny.
Yeah.
Did you ask for those lines, or were they necessary?
Did I, what, on my tongue?
Were the ones down your cheeks slightly?
Oh, these? They're necessary. Yeah, it was like the installation stuff. It's like connected and all little wires and stuff. I mean, I can get some skin and probably cover them up, but I only recently just got this. You not like them? Think I look weird?
Just if you very you, I kind of
I got
expect
snake
you to
bites.
ask for them.
It's cute. I like it. I look like a stripper. Python, you see my tongue? Look at my tongue. Look at my tongue. It glows.
I see.
It's got a little love heart. That's super cute. Now I can give glow in the dark head. Sorry. My intrusive thoughts. Haven't you missed our company? Oh, so much.
Admittedly, yes. Yes, I have. Hmm? Hmm?
Movie.
I love you too. I love you too.
Well, I could sit here all day. But I do have a theater I need to go run.
Hmm?
Considering I've not had the chance to speak for the past month and a bit. Should I change my I can change the vocal thing too.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. I'll tweak it a little bit.
Hmm?
I only got it like a couple days ago, thanks to Gus.
I hope your recovery was well in that time.
It sucked. I'll be honest. You know, it was. I think it was worse than the time that Sean muzzled me. Though I made that muzzle look cute, so I'm not complaining. But just saying, it's worse. Like, at least with the muzzle, I wasn't in pain. And I didn't have to eat food for a straw. I never want to drink a milkshake ever again in my life. Seriously, you guys ever get me a milkshake, I'm gonna vomit. So don't.
Noted.
Mushed up burgers in a cup is, oh, it's something.
That's...
You're still wearing it on the wrong hand, honey, as well.
What? The ring?
You're still wearing it on the wrong hand.
Am I? You sure? Is it this one?
It's supposed to be your dominant hand, is it not?
You know, look, I've never done this stuff before, okay? I didn't look this up. I was just like, I know it's gotta go somewhere. Put it on my finger.
That is fair.
Like, where do you find out this information? You know, like, who tells you? Unless you look it up.
I was going to say the internet.
It will. Yeah. Well, we all know that the internet's always right, though, right?
Depends on where you look.
The internet could never be wrong. I should ask Gus. It's you. you want anything? Can we get you like any food that isn't gross cafeteria mush?
You can, though it can't be too fatty, they said.
Do triple cheeseburger, extra cheese, bacon. Ow! What did you say? Ow!
Gary was only able to get it while I was at the Heart because he was staff, so they couldn't say no. With you, it would be harder, especially here.
Okay. I'll get something light. Any preference? Do you like sushi?
Give or take.
That sounds like a no. Well, okay, what about noodles? I'm thinking about the most easiest option that I could go to.
Noodles would be nice.
Okay. I can buy some noodles and bring them back. Are you staying here? Or do you need it to be dropped off? Okay. You can't... How... When are you going to learn to drive? You scared of driving?
Not really. But still I needed to.
Huh.
It would
should
be
get a
useful to
motorbike.
learn.
Think about how cool and sexy you'd look on a motorbike. I hate my car. I will be back in like 30 minutes.
Be safe.
Yeah. Don't you crazy kids get up to anything while I'm gone.
I do want to also apologize to you in advance. When we get out there in the front, there's no telling what we'll have to do while we're out there. And if I end up doing something rash or unkind to someone, I might need you to ground me. And I know that under the conditions we'll be in, it's not going to be the easiest thing. Just promise you'll keep me in check, please. And just remember that I'll always love you. I'm gonna call that scene. Evie! Evie! See, it's like a 7.
Yeah, you know. I'd say it's about like a 6. Or a 7.
Hey, you know, 2 minutes seems like a hell of a lot longer to the person that's dead.
Oh boy. I love her cute little outfit. Is this new fit? I've never seen her in this before.
Well, you've
That's super
seen
cute.
you've seen the full thing. This is just like what's under the jacket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I'm debating on using this because it would make sense for her hair to probably be cut at this point. You know, they gotta get back in there into the neuroport and check to see if there's anything else that's wrong with it. It's just easier to cut the fucking hair. Bia was cute, very silly.
Yeah. That was a good scene. Frontline time.
More trauma.
Yippee.
Yippee.
What's the worst that could happen?
Don't say that. You know a lot of bad things can happen.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Nah. No. No.
I can't wait.
I
can't wait.
I think the talks that I'm probably gonna have on Tuesday are gonna be more in line of her mindset going into the front lines at the end of the month.
I'm doing a scene with Muerte today. Too.
And good luck with that.
Yeah. 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 It's gonna be a thing.
It's gonna be great. I say with sarcasm.
I'm sure it'll go fun. I forget I have these.
Yeah, you got arrested, bruh.
This is actually my frontline new model. My Magitech weapon.
Yeah, your Magitech. Yeah, your Magitech weapon, aka your crutch.
I see what you did there. That's funny. I like that.
I like that. I'll give you credit for that.
Yeah, you're a funny guy. You're a funny guy. Am I in my stream?
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Alright, gamers. Ugh. Fucking tracking. I am going to send you on your way to go do the big chillin'. Ugh, my fucking right arm will stop doing that. It's because my fucking wife's PlaySpace is on. Because there was a power surge yesterday. But yeah, I'm going to send you all on your way. Thank you guys so much for coming around. You'll see me back on Tuesday for the normal gang stuff again. Yippee. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all around. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.